Hey guys, Tyler here. Welcome to Understand, a clever puzzle game with 3 steps. Step 1, gather as much data as possible, using as many things as you can try. Step 2, use the data to put together a set of rules. And Step 3, use the rules to solve now more and more challenging puzzles. My brain is being activated. We're at World 6, and this game wants us to go from circle to square. Through a triangle's a no-no, no matter how you bend it or spin it, so circle to square. Seems simple enough. What if I do this one? Avoid the triangle and maybe only have one set of empty or uncovered spaces, possibly? Well, let's see, does it work here? It does work here. Does this work as well? That does not work as well. Why do you not work? I don't think I'll actually find out unless I want to maybe do this. I don't want to do that, and that's wrong. Well, we'll have to find out at some point. Probably now. So, there's actually only so many ways we can draw from circle to square. So now we figured it out. Is it because the line is symmetrical? Yeah, the line is symmetrical. Don't touch the triangles. That's my hypothesis. Let's say we do something like this and then like that. Yeah, the line is symmetrical. All right. How do I do a symmetrical line here? Well, to be very careful. Well, that's how. As you can see, very mind-bending, difficult puzzle game. Let's go above this, and actually symmetry is a little hard to tell here. I don't know. This is strange. What the heck am I missing? Why do I not see a line? Well, hold on. Is this actually symmetrical? No, it's not. If this bend was here, it would be, but it's not. Maybe it's only horizontal symmetry that matters? What about this? Oh, maybe this could be good. But then I have to go up. Damn it. Wait, hold on, though. Maybe we're really close now. Maybe we're really close. Horizontal symmetry. Yeah, no vertical symmetry needed. Nice. So, symmetry land is what I'm gathering. This time, it's vertical symmetry? You fold it hamburger style? And that actually might not make any sense to my non-American viewers, but hamburger style is an abomination we've created in the good old US of A. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's a square, and there actually is no hamburger or hot dog style, but you can imagine there is if you want to. Why would that work? Why would that work? This would work, and this would work. Interesting, actually. Also, it seems that the symmetry is in the squares that are filled in, and the direction of the line matters nothing. Okay, that's fine. Why would that work? What? Why? Why would that work? Doesn't this work? God, this is such a weird way to visualize. But basically anything, I mean, the middle can be whatever, but then this row has to mirror that row. I just have to remember that. That's fine. Because I can just go like this. Is this not mirrored? No. I have to actually pass through the center. There we go. Yes. Symmetry. So because I'm starting here, I have to have something here. This shouldn't be so hard. Why do I keep doing this like wrong? This is right. So there we go. Because I start here, I have to have something here. I can do that. There we go. And because I have something here, I have to have something here. I think I can just fill in I can't fill in everything. I can fill in that much. That works. Symmetry. More symmetry. Okay, is this some sort of strange diagonal symmetry? I don't know. So that's okay, but this is not okay, and this is also not okay. Oh, it's some weird diagonal symmetry, I'm sure of it. Wait, it wouldn't work like that. It would work like... It could look like this. There we go. There's other ways to do this, I'm sure. This is one of them. Oh, man. I don't know how to put this in words, but it's some strange... I think it's actually... If you think about the uncovered spaces, you could say it's a rotational symmetry, 180 degrees. I think that fulfills everything. Yeah, it does. I don't know. If you don't fill in anything, there won't be a need for symmetry. Or if you fill in everything, there won't be a need for symmetry. Let's try it like... Yeah, it does have to be opposite diagonals. Rotational symmetry. Actually, this would work. There we go. So, because this exists, this square needs to be filled in. Yuck. That's definitely not it. Maybe it's close, and I just didn't notice, but it's probably not. I could do this. There we go. Oh my god. The triangles are thankfully just obstacles. You don't need to put them into anything. Symmetry across the diagonal. It's weird when it's not a square we're working with, but I can still understand it a little bit. This is actually symmetrical with that, funny enough. So I almost have to picture a line that kind of goes like this in the opposite way, and then across like that. There we go. I'm having to picture so much in my head. Is this not diagonal symmetry? That one was easy. Actually, can't I do it again? No, because this is missing. We could go like this, and maybe that's almost decent. Not quite. What if it crosses more over like this, and then we have a different problem? But wait, I'm getting really close, actually. I'll do a little zigzag here, come around here, zigzag here, and then up and in, and that's not symmetrical. It's close to symmetrical. This one needs to be filled in. Can't actually do that with this line, unfortunately. Man, I did not expect this to be so hard. Just the line, how hard could it be? I don't know, go through the... Okay. This looks symmetrical. That is not symmetrical. I don't know, I've one other attempt, and it looks something like that. Okay, this works. All right, time for more symmetry. We got symmetry through a star. Can I go the other way? I actually can't go the other way. So what? Started a circle, ended a square. That's the first two rules. Go through one star, go through the other star. That one's not so good. Maybe a symmetry across a star. Yeah, the stars are the point of... I don't... Well, I guess depending on how you look at that, that's not symmetrical across the stars. If you look at the line itself rather than... Yeah, if you look at the line itself, that's symmetrical across the star. Now, this is a little weird. Symmetrical across the star. Oh, okay. We don't have to hit every square. Symmetrical across the star. Symmetrical across the star? Halfway symmetrical? Okay, so maybe it's not about the line. Maybe it's about the boxes. Which one did I think was about... This one's not symmetrical then, if it's about the boxes? I guess not. No, I guess not. But this one not being symmetrical is shocking to me. But maybe you can only go through one star. Maybe that's the catch. We could do something like this. That works. Symmetrical across this star. I could do something like this. I could... Yeah, so let's see if it's only one star. And then this is wrong. Yeah, only one star. Only one star. Which one? What about one of these? There we go. And... Can we do 2 stars? No, it's only 1 star. Do I have to actually... I think I do have to end at the square. I think that is important. This is going to be weird. This whole thing looks like a mess. All right, give me a second to think. I mean, either of these stars could be the symmetry point. It actually doesn't matter because the symmetry is symmetrical. So, like, I got to go more like that, except I got to get the box. So I got to think about a way that could, like, end here. That's why I thought this would be decent. And maybe it still is? No, that's not symmetrical. Why would that be symmetrical? Duh. It's close, though. It's almost symmetrical. It needs this to be filled in and these two to be filled in. And actually, these might need to be filled in as well. Well, let's just do a whole run it back sort of deal. It actually looks like this. No. No, because I need to take this all the way down. What is this even doing? Oh, okay, hold on, wait. It's really close. It's really close. It's really close. It's really close. Oh, God, this line is a mess, but this should be right. There we go. Symmetrical across the star. All right, there's a world 8 too. How far does this game go? The levels keep appearing. I thought this was going to be like a short, maybe 5 world type of thing, especially since this is a $4 game. It just keeps going. All right, symmetrical across the star, and that's all I can say. And it has to be circle to square. But there is no star. You really threw me for a loop there, huh? This is symmetry, but not exactly. Rule 1, rule 2. Yeah, it has the star circle and it's square. How do I make symmetry with that? Maybe it's that there's rotational symmetry between the line and not line. I mean, yeah, that's true so far. And you can go through stars. I guess it could look like this. I guess it could look like that. I guess... Now, does it have to go through a star is the question. Let's see. Can I get a good symmetry without the star? Has to go through the star. So, it looks like this. And then that looks like this. I drew that before. No star here, but we can do this. No, that's not symmetry. This is symmetry, right? Wow, yeah, it is rotational symmetry. Okay, boss time. Gotta go through these stars. Gross. Rotational symmetry. I can't visualize this that well. My biggest issue right now. Was it close at least? Was I close? I probably wasn't close. No, this is a mess. It's just too big. It's too big. I can't picture this all in my head. Do we think maybe this actually correlates to here? Oh, you know what? It might. So maybe these are the spots I do have to hit. Son of a gun. How about this? Symmetry. I guess it wasn't too hard. It just took me so long to find this shape. I'm happy it's done. It was interesting, that's for sure. I don't know what to make of this. More symmetry. I mean, this is the world of symmetry. Symmetry, symmetry, symmetry. Symmetry with shapes. Symmetry against shapes. Symmetry. That's not symmetry. You aren't symmetry. Does this work? Does this work? Does this work? Does this work? Oh my god. I have no idea what's going on. Ah, great. Are you symmetry? Are you symmetry? Why would you be symmetry? I don't know. You're symmetry. This makes no sense. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the middle square is exempt? I really do not know. Oh, boy. It seems like they all got to be together. No, they don't have to be together in one group. That is unnecessary. Nope, makes no sense. Absolutely 0 sense whatsoever. This has absolutely nothing to do with symmetry. What does it have anything to do with? All I know is avoid the circles, draw the line, and make it comfortable. What is happening? I don't get it. I'm just going to cover up as many empties as I possibly can and hope that that's the solution. Son of a bitch. Why? Is it because the... I don't know. I am covering up as many lines as I possibly can. Well, no, then this would work. It did work. I don't know. I solved the whole section and have no idea why I did it. What the fuck? I learned nothing. And the thing is, I didn't even guess that many times. Like, all of these were my first attempt. Something is, like, lodged in my brain that understands this, but it's underneath so many levels of what the fuck that I'm just gonna simply move on and pretend that never happened. What the hell? Okay. Circle, square, circle. Circle, square, circle. Square, circle, circle, square. We can only isolate rule 2. Cannot seem to isolate rule 1. I don't know what this has to do with symmetry, if it has anything to do with symmetry. Alright, well, let's go through the square again. Going through the not square is bad. So we want to go through the square, but not like that. Anything but that. Not like that either. Why would you do such a thing? God. That's no good either. Why? And this doesn't work, right? Why? There's only one. Why? Okay, this works too, at least. At least this also works. At least I got the idea that it's majority shape we should be drawing lines between. All I know is that we started at a majority shape, we ended a majority shape. We don't even have to get all of them. I mean, I'm seeing that the empties here are 1 each. Like, make sure if there are non-drawn-on sections that they have equal amount of lines. But they also need equal amount of other things, like squares. The line itself has symmetry, too. Like, drawing... From the experience of the line... God, I'm getting into weird terms. The experience is the same from both directions. And I can say that about every line so far. So this was fine. This was also fine. I mean, this is all symmetry in the line. But this isn't, though. So actually, I guess it's not about symmetry in the line. You know, it might be getting late for me. That's an entire possibility. It is midnight on the dot. But this makes no fucking sense. I don't think this level is going to help me out either. Either I get it now or I don't get it at all. Is it possible to isolate rule 2 here? How about that? If I can isolate rule 2, I can maybe solve it. That is not how I expected to isolate rule 2. What the hell is this? Does it work on this side? It does. Does it work if I do this? No. What if I go all the way like this? Still rule 2. Interesting. What if I do that? You know what? No. You know what? No. I'm going to sleep. And when I come back, this shit better start making sense. I'm going to have a good night's rest. See you later. You know what? It's the next day, and this shit actually does make sense. Wow, that's kind of crazy. So I'm looking at the circles within the scope of the level itself. I just need to hit circles that are symmetrical. Like if I ignore the circles I don't hit, and considering that this is the middle, this side is a reflection of that side, and that is actually the case for all these levels. This side is symmetrical to that side, just flipped across. This is the center, symmetrical across. This is the center, symmetrical across, symmetrical across, symmetrical across, symmetrical across, symmetrical across. So yeah, I see the symmetry here. That makes a lot of sense. And I could hit all these if I wanted to. I guess I will hit all of these. Oh no. I've been lied to. Oh, what the hell? This actually made sense. Why? So I totally thought this would be fine. I just hit all 4 of these. Are they not symmetrical in some way? Oh, okay. It's... I see how this is not symmetrical with that. Because I saw them as arrow pads, but they are different symbols. It wouldn't be symmetry if they are different symbols. That was... Okay, yeah, my mind was just playing tricks on me. And these can be different symbols because they're in the center. You know, they don't need an equal reflection on the other side. That does make sense. What a funny little trick. All right, well, I'm back into this now. Let's see how much symmetry I can do. I don't know, does this count as symmetry? It does, actually. Does getting everything count as symmetry? Well, technically, I don't know if it's symmetry just yet, but it likely is. Let's see. Is this symmetry? Well, it's square to square, and empties are still good, but I don't know if it is about the squares. It could be about anything. It could be about circle symmetry as well. Like, I'm pretty sure there's no way to get this. Wow, yeah. It seems that hitting squares is important, but it doesn't have to start or end at a square. You just got to go through them. Again, going through the squares and the circle uncovered sections are symmetrical. But I don't know if I want 2 to a section. I mean, I have 1 to a section here. I don't know if there's 2 circle sections. I could try to break this down into the rules, but how I've realized that I like to do it is I like to do it... I like to see the rules as a whole rather than just think about one rule at a time. And how do I want to see this as symmetrical? Damn, this is a huge leap in difficulty from the first 4. Now, I wonder if the sections could get away with being slightly different. They're both size 6, but there's like mirror symmetry, but mirror symmetry apparently isn't good enough. Well, hold on, let me try rotational symmetry. Rotational symmetry is okay. And now there's no squares, so that's fine. As long as I hit all the squares, we're good. And I did, I hit all the squares, go me. I think I need 2 sections of circles of equal size though. That's what I'm gathering. That's what makes sense to me, and I think they need to have rotational symmetry. But I mean, so much you can't really know for sure. I mean, that fits it. Fits the bill. Does doing this do the same thing? Yeah, that does fit exactly what I've been describing. I'm starting to believe more and more that's right. But I decided not to cover up the squares, and we don't have rule 1. That's totally fair. Let's change this up then. There we go. Hit all the squares. Ooh, group of 2 with rotational symmetry. Which ones would I want to segment off? I mean, it could be, I guess it could be either top and bottom or left and right. Maybe it's a lot easier if I do it like this. Like that? Is that not symmetrical? No, it's not. Never mind. Let's do it more like this. And then that looks correct. There we go. Rotational symmetry. Hit all the squares, 2 sections, have rotational symmetry. And now it's just pathing puzzles, which can be challenging, but does this count as rotational symmetry? Are they going to give that to me? Actually, they're not going to give it to me because I can't draw this line. Okay, let me try drawing a different line then. That's a different line. And, 3 sections, maybe? Hold on. 3 sections with rotational symmetry. To be fair, maybe the circles themselves don't matter. Like, maybe this could have been done with 3 and 1 as long as I had rotational symmetry. So I'll maybe keep that in mind for here. I think I've just got to figure out the exact rules. If there's 3 of them, what do I do? Because I've always been just dividing the circles in half. Clearly, that's not a rule. Otherwise, how do you divide 3 in half and get a whole number? You don't. So, oh, would you look at that? Rotational symmetry, but it's 2 and 0. Yeah, so the circles don't have to be split down the middle. It is about the rotational symmetry. Okay, I feel pretty confident, but it's still not going to be an easy line to draw. I don't quite understand then why this one didn't work. It has rotational symmetry, but maybe it's because there's 1 left over here? Maybe it's about 180 degree rotational symmetry. Because that's what everything else here has in common. It's all 180 degrees. Yeah, that's the difference. This is 90 degree rotational symmetry. Let's try for 180. Okay. Yeah, I see an idea. Like that. There we go. Yep, 100% got the rule there. After a lot of deliberation, we get there. To the nicest level we go. Circle the square. His first rule, start with the circle. Second rule, end with the square. Third rule is probably avoid the triangles. And then there's 2 other rules that I know absolutely nothing about right now. Let's go. Circle the square. Do I have to hit all squares? Okay, I guess. I don't know what to say. Only getting 1 square violates the 5th rule. That's all, really? Just avoid the triangles. That's all I can really picture so far. Avoid the triangles. Is this line no good? Okay, so maybe the rules have something to do with only 1 uncovered section? Possibly. Like, maybe we have to follow it here, too. I assume... I mean, this is also 1 uncovered section, but it's not a rectangle. But this isn't a rectangle, either. It could be, like, the size of the uncovered sections, maybe 4 or less. But I don't have enough proof to justify that yet. Alright. Now, there's multiple triangles. I have had that before. They still belong in the same section. I think I'm once again going to just simply give them a tiny section they can coexist in. Oh, God. Wow, that's almost it. I feel like I can kind of BS my way through the most of this then. Well, yeah, I did that wrong. Bad line. Actually, this is a tough line to draw because this won't do it either. There's this section here. So, give me a second. Let's... maybe mess around with the line a bit more. There we go. It was definitely a line problem. A lot of these are easy enough that as long as you have a general idea of the rules, it's that, you know, keep the triangles together, have there be 1 section, maybe have this uncovered section be small. Those actually could be the exact rules, but even if they aren't, this information is good enough. And that's kind of why I like generalizing the rules as a whole. You don't have to be too scientific, you just need to be in the right ballpark, and in a lot of cases that's kind of just good enough. So here it's just empty to empty. Is one of the rules don't touch the circles? I think the first rule is don't touch the circles. I'm not sure what to make about the second and third rule though. For some reason this justifies them, and I'm not sure what to say. Well, what, can I touch the squares? First rule says don't touch the squares either. First rules probably don't touch any shapes. The rest, I mean, I could say something about shapes. You know, it's a rectangular, uncovered space again. But every time I think it's a rectangle, I'm wrong. I mean, this is also a rectangle. We could just do 4 rectangles. Nope, that's bad now. That's also bad? What if I keep the shapes together? Keeping the shapes together seems important, and also rectangles. But again, I'm not committed to the rectangle thing. One of these times it will be rectangles, and I will be happy. But I cannot guarantee that's today. That's not a rectangle, but what about a square? Well, but the square isn't important. These are rectangles, but maybe it's about size 4. You know, there's 2 shapes in each, and it's a size 4. It seems that we are keeping like to like. Now, here we are going to have 3 sections. Well, okay. I know I can't section them all off. That's going to violate Rule 2. Something about Rule 2 that has maybe something to do with the amount of space these have to live in. Maybe not about the space, because I mean this amount of space is fine, but then there's some shape coexisting, which is no good. Maybe that's rule 3. Do I think that this is a pathing problem or a rules problem? Do I think I can get more out of the rules than what I have right now? Or should I focus on drawing a better line? The dilemma for ages. Let's see if I can isolate rules a little bit better. Maybe on this one? Since this one's similar to the one I'm doing, what kind of rules can I isolate? This should get rules 1 and 3. Just 1 and 3. Oh, 1 and 2. I think rule 2 has something to do about different shapes being unable to occupy the same uncovered space. Rule 2 is okay here. Whoa, rule 3. Wait, symmetry. I forgot I'm in symmetry land. I cannot forget about the amazing powers of symmetry. That's not quite symmetry. Is this symmetry? Kind of? Interesting? Very interesting. I assume it doesn't matter how I draw the line. Just all that matters is the shape itself. Like, there's no line that lets the 2 squares to be together and the 2 circles to be together. It's impossible. Okay, this, I guess the colors or the shapes can coexist. What the hell is rule 2 then? I don't know what rule 2 is. Rule 3, I think, is the symmetry rule. Rule 2, I now have no idea. Maybe, well, maybe there is symmetry, but you don't just take into account the shape of the uncovered space, but you also take into account the location of the circles and squares within that shape. So, I mean, you could rotate this 180 degrees, it'd be the same. This 180 degrees, and it'd be the same. This rotated 180 degrees is the same, but this rotated 180 degrees is not the same. But each of these individually rotated 180 degrees are the same. Just the theory. I could test it out a bit more. Well, this introduces a third shape. Definitely makes things a little complicated. Does it, though? Because it's just 3 separate shapes. You can rotate 180 degrees and they'd stay the same. Okay. A lot more of that. This isn't quite it. This one doesn't quite fit the rule. Oh, neither do the outside ones. What if I have this extra empty here? Technically, it's fine. You can rotate this 180 degrees and it'd stay the same. So I assume I can do that with like any number of empties, yeah? Okay. Okay, 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 that makes sense. This is kind of weird though. Say if I make this shape with the circle, you rotate 180 degrees, is not the same at all. Might as well just do it all the way through. I mean, the square obviously doesn't fit the bill either. Here's how I would at least do the circle shape. I want to see, well, okay. I know what I would draw it like this. Circle shape would look like that, and square shape isn't too far off either. Square shape would just look like this, right? So I just need to draw both of these shapes, and I think I can do that with the proper line. I think I can. Just got to be very careful. I think this is it. Very nice. It was a routing thing. So then we just need to do tiny little S-bends with these. Just a simple square shape that looks like this, and similar idea for the circle and triangle being covered up. And hopefully it won't be too hard. Now I have to do it starting here, otherwise it won't work. So, let's begin. Ooh, okay, this is fine, this is fine. This is totally fine. This is absolutely fine, let's go! The routing was not too bad. Rotation, rotation, rotation. Well, it's time for 6 question mark. How many ways can they fuck with us here? Whoa. Oh no, I drew it backwards. Dude, one of these times, the line that they tell me to draw isn't going to work. I thought for sure that was right now, but I'm simply blind. Alright, square, triangle, circle. Does it have to be in that shape? I mean, not necessarily. Don't go through the star. That's probably rule 4. It seems like rule 1 is start with the square. Rule 2 is just hit the triangle at some point. Rule 3 is hit the triangle at some point. Rule 2 is end with the circle. And then rule 4 seems like avoid the star. That's the vibe I'm getting right now. Do I have to end on the star and on a star? Yeah, I do. But the thing is, it's not that simple. Because, I mean, there's more triangles now. I keep doing this backwards. That's a no-go, huh? Excuse me. All right, 1 triangle. Oh my god. Well, rule 1 is definitely not start with the square. But here it is. But here it isn't. Whoa, okay, so double clicking on this empty gets rule 4. Double clicking on this one does not. Maybe the rules are jumbled about a bit. I'm tempted to go to the next one, but it's probably going to be even more confusing. I'm just not sure what the meta / outside the box thing is. Because it doesn't seem like anything's changing. I'm not really manipulating things at all. There's a lot of levels in this question mark. Oh no. Oh no. I guess I think I just need to do a lot more trial and error here to try to isolate the rules. Because this level doesn't help me at all. Like, it's weird. It seems like I can only get rule 4 when I click on the same thing. Oh my god, finally rule 1. God, what is this? That completes rule 3 and 4. What about from here? Just rule 3? I mean, maybe there will be some sort of pattern as to which shapes are starting and ending, but yeah, it's definitely started at this triangle and at this circle. Not this triangle, though. These triangles are different somehow. That completes rule 3. Can I pass through this and be good? No. Rule 3. Is it crossing over this triangle in this direction? I don't know. It feels like rule 3 is making this route. How strange. What about this? Rule 4? Rule 3 and 4. Just rule 3. Rule 4? Rule 4? Rule 4? I'm getting rule 3 as well? How the fuck did I get rule 3? I thought it had something to do with this. Well, alright, that's everything, I guess. I don't know what to say about this. Rule 4 was a game of hot and cold. Rule 3 was... I don't know, maybe this will help me somehow. Rule 4, Rule 4, Rule 4, 4, 4, 2, and 1. Okay, Rule 1 start here. Rule 2 is end here. Rule 3, we have to isolate Rule 3 now. I feel like it has to do with either surrounding a shape or going through a shape. Son of a bitch. This is Rule 3. Is this Rule 3? Is this Rule 3? Only this is Rule 3? Other way? So you're telling me this is going to be 1, 3, or 1, 2, 3. That makes sense, yeah? So then, if I could just get Rule 4, that'd be nice. That's Rule 4. This is Rule 4. Is this Rule 4? Yeah, it might be something like this. This is not Rule 4, but this is Rule 4. Still a Rule 4. I think Rule 3 is just going to appear out of nowhere if I continue down this path. So this is going to be Rules 1, 2, and 4. Nah, and I didn't get to do Rule 3. Does going in any direction keep Rule 4? Yeah, it does, but... I mean, that direction too. It makes sense. What about this? Oh, yeah, that's the line. So I guess all that matters is that with Rule 3 is that at some point it's in between this circle and the square. And then Rule 4 is this weird directional thing that I still don't have a universal rule for, but at least I'm able to judge on a case-by-case basis. Alright, let's rule it 1 and 2. No. What? Huh? Okay, this is weird now. Oh my god, there's a mirror line. Excuse me? You just bring this in all of a sudden? This wasn't here the whole time, was it? Okay, I feel like Rule 1 is start from here, Rule 2 is end here. Why we have a second line, I don't know. Yeah, I got that one by accident. I mean, I did get all the shapes, which hasn't been a common theme, but the secondary line is tripping me up. All I could actually get before it was too late was Rules 1 and 2. I was just trying to figure out Rules 3 and 4, damn it. Oh, they just straight up show me a line here. Alright, what happens if I just trace the line? Alright, that does absolutely nothing. Trace the inverse? Was there some sort of, like, pattern to, like, where the mirror line shows up? Alright, Rule 1 start here. Rule 2 end here. Seems simple enough. 4, 4, 4. Rule 3 is usually the harder one to isolate. It's Rule 3. We've done it. Okay. This feels like a mirrored version of this level. Actually, is it? Oh, you know what? It kind of is. Wait, this is the line I drew on this level. It's similar, at least. It's just rotated a bit. Yeah, it's the same level rotated. Well, hold on. What if I just do the same thing as before? Like, this was the exact same pattern that was done on this level. And I'm not quite sure why this line was here. I mean, the ghost line is the exact line that was drawn here because the level wasn't rotated. And then the line I drew was the same shape order as that level. So you can see the ghost of level 4. Maybe we'll see the ghost of the previous levels. Oh, this is the ghost of level 2, isn't it? Would you look at that? But it's different. Because this level wants me to go from corner to corner, where level 2 was also from corner to corner, but not kitty corner. Maybe I can just do this. Circle the triangle for the most part, and happen to latch on the real 4 along the way. But thing is, this is very similar to the line that was drawn during level 2. Alright, well, the bad news is, for this, I can't use the little rule hints to help me out. I've been using that to carry me all the way through, just figure out where it starts and where it ends, but obviously that's no good anymore. So I gotta figure out how the relationship of the ghost lines and the regular lines compare. Well, this is the ghost of level 1. So I just need to draw a line that's similar to this. I could even go through the same shapes. I could go square, triangle, circle. I could do it like this and just be good. That was my first line I drew, so at least I was on the right track. I don't know, strange one. I liked the rest of the 6 section. The 6 question mark was pretty strange though, because I was maybe like 50% sure, maybe 60% sure all the way through, and I wasn't seeming to find anything that could help me further. Well, that's the section of that. Hopefully, well, I was going to say hopefully the future sections are easier, but that's not how video games work, especially not puzzle games. I'm interested to see how challenging the 7 and 8 sections will be. I'll see you guys all in the next episode with that. Have a wonderful day, and peace.